Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now let's just have a quick look at the news. There's some odd things happening. Needless to say, a bit of hand holding there, a little bit odd at the US-Iran sort of talks, right? Now, there's a little bit of speculation that the Strait of Hormuz closed because Israel has been bombing Lebanon, right? So just understand there's some weird things happening there. Now, the UK Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, looks like he's going to be exiting. That's created a bit of uncertainty in sterling, right? And we've got that sort of distraction, which is the World Cup, right? So that may soften things a little bit. Just looking at the markets, we've got pretty good trading conditions to start the week, though, right? US equity futures down, Euro, Sterling, Aussie, Kiwi down. Like they haven't gone far, like 7 to 10 points, right? But that is a risk-off scenario. So that's something to work towards. Now, look at the markets. I have just left the markets where they were last week, okay? A little bit of crazy price action. Last time we saw sterling have a big dive like that, it sort of bounced another 150 points. So I'm just waiting to see what's going on at the moment. The dollar clearly winning out, right? Dollar's going up against everything, and it's pushing Euro, Sterling, Aussie, Kiwi down. So that's something to sort of really keep abreast of what is happening. Commodities, well, they're enjoying the sunshine, right? Which is a little bit weird. Dollar going up, equity indices going up as well. Oil has completely capitulated down at 76 bucks. I don't know if you'll see it at the Bowser, but that's where it is. And we've now sort of, after a bit of move down, a little move up, you got the metals sort of starting to drift sideways, as is Bitcoin. All right, so that's a bit of a cross section. Not a lot for a Monday. As every Monday is, there's usually not a lot going on, right? We need the European, North American markets to really connect, and that's where we start to see some activity. All right, so that's where we are. Now, this week, okay, if I just come into the Trade Hub, now I've got a few updates for you as well. You'll see now when you log into the Trade Hub, you can go directly back to where you're up to with your training, pick up where you left off. We've got a new economic calendar, right? That's going to give you a bit of an overview as you come into the Trade Hub. You can see very clearly there the market trading conditions as well. Now, if you just scroll down on the Trade Hub page, you'll see today's trading action. This video will appear here. And then you can also see the latest round of videos that we've made, whether they're training videos, the weekly strategy session, etc. You'll find those at the bottom there as well. Now, the live signals, okay, there are going to be some updates here. I'll be adding support and resistance levels, dynamic levels into the market analysis, and it's really going to match up perfectly now with the pre-trade routine, adding those bit of detail. And it's going to add greater weight to the actual overall alerts, all right? Now, the economic calendar, right, we've developed our own calendar. Now, you are going to get the data. Now, we will be adding minimum, maximum ranges when we can. But this is going to give you a good look at what the forecasts are and compared, obviously, to the previous numbers, and then you'll see the actual numbers. But the good thing about this is, okay, you are going to see over here the trade scenarios. Now, what that means is like the ECB President Lagarde's speech. Now, you're going to start to see what instruments are best to be trading. Okay, ones that have got clear direction that are associated with that instrument will actually appear. All right, and you're going to see this on all the major impacting events. All right, so this is going to give you a little bit of extra insight into what you should be doing with the calendar as well. You've got low at the top. You can go medium and high or just high. And you'll notice if I have them all, the high impacting numbers are red. Okay, the time is red. And the medium is orange. Okay, so that's what we've got there. There's a few other updates coming along, which are there to sort of really enhance your sort of user experience and get you up the curve, really. That's what we're doing. As I said, there'll be some great additions over the next 12 hours to the live signals, dynamic trend lines. This is going to be a bit of a game changer on top of what we've already got. All right. Anyway, guys, if you look through the week, I should have just actually scrolled down. We've got a whole bunch of various numbers coming out. If I just go medium, we'll just focus on the big numbers. Okay, so you get a lot of manufacturing numbers coming out of Europe. You got the S&P numbers. Wednesday, we've got Aussie CPI numbers, right? There's sort of monthly sort of numbers. You've got Euro, iPhone numbers. It's all pretty much peripheral numbers. We've got Aussie employment numbers coming out there on Thursday as well. And so it's one of those weeks. It's not as chunky as last week with all those central banks, but we do have a lot of data coming out, especially in the back end on the US dollar. All right. So just keep an eye on that as we go through the course of the week. Lots of good connecting data, right? So all we need is we need the markets to start like giving us some sort of clear direction, and then we can start to piece together where the best trading opportunities are. Monday, redraw your trend lines, right? Find out where the key levels are. Start to isolate the instruments that have got clear direction. And that's the best way to really get yourself up the curve. All righty. All right, guys, let's see how it plays out. Cheerio.